Hi, Lakeville. This is Mrs. Gwen, and I'm going to read Goldilocks and the Three Dinosaurs by one of my most favorite authors, illustrators, Mo Willems. Once upon a time, there were three dinosaurs: Papa Dinosaur, Mama Dinosaur, and some other dinosaur who happened to be visiting all the way from Norway. One day, for no particular reason, the three dinosaurs made up their beds, positioned their chairs just so, and cooked 3 bowls of delicious chocolate pudding at a variety of temperatures. "Oh boy," said Papa Dinosaur in his loud, booming voice. "It's finally time to leave and go to the, someplace else." "Yes," continued Mama Dinosaur, "I sure hope no innocent little child happens to come by our unlocked home while we are somewhere else." Then the other dinosaur made a loud noise that sounded like a big evil laugh, but it was probably just a polite Norwegian expression. Ha 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 ha. The three dinosaurs then went someplace else, and were definitely not hiding in the woods waiting for a kid to come by. Sure enough, 5 minutes later, a poorly supervised little girl named Goldilocks came along. Just then, the forest boomed with what probably sounded like a dinosaur yelling, "Gotcha!" But I'm pretty sure it was just the wind. That loud noise was immediately followed by another loud noise that sounded kind of like, "Be patient, Papa Dinosaur. The trap has not yet sprung." But that could have just been a falling rock or maybe a squirrel. Either way, Goldilocks was not the type of little girl who listened to anyone or anything. For example, Goldilocks never listened to warnings about the dangers of barging into strange, enormous houses. So soon as Goldilocks came across a strange, enormous house, she barged right in. Oh no, doesn't sound safe. Inside, Goldilocks immediately smelled the 3 bowls of delicious chocolate pudding. Said Goldilocks, "that chocolate pudding smells delicious. If only I could get all the way to the top of that counter." Then Goldilocks noticed a very tall ladder that just happened to be there and certainly wasn't left on purpose. Goldilocks then climbed up the ladder and found herself face to face with 3 gigantic bowls of chocolate pudding. The first bowl of chocolate pudding was too hot, but Goldilocks ate it all anyway because, hey, right, it's chocolate pudding. The second bowl of chocolate pudding was too cold, but who cares about the temperature when you've got a big bowl of chocolate pudding? The third bowl of chocolate pudding was just right, but Goldilocks was on such a roll right now, she hardly noticed. Wow, she's really eating a lot of chocolate pudding. My, oh my. Soon, Goldilocks was stuffed like one of those delicious chocolate-filled little girl bonbons, which, by the way, are totally not the favorite thing in the whole world for a hungry dinosaur. Tired and groggy, Goldilocks noticed there were 3 chairs in the living room, so she climbed down the ladder and walked out of the kitchen. Well, the first chair was too tall. The second chair was also too tall. But the third chair was too tall. Goldilocks wasn't going to climb that high just to sit in some chair, so she hiked over to the bedroom. When she got there, Goldilocks noticed that the beds were gigantically big. What's going on around here?" groaned the exhausted girl. "The bear that lives here must be nuts." Just then, the room filled with a loud, booming noise that was either a passing truck or a dinosaur gloating. "A few minutes more, and she'll be asleep. Delicious chocolate-filled little girl bonbons are yummier when they're rested." Even a little girl who never listens to anyone or anything had to hear that. Look in the windows. They're spying in on Goldilocks. Goldilocks took a minute to stop and think, which was longer than she was used to stopping and thinking. "Hey," she told herself, "this isn't some bear's house. This is some dinosaur's house." Say what you like about Goldilocks, but she was no fool. As quickly as she could, she ran to the back door and got out of there. Just then, a loud plane flew by, which sounded pretty much like a trio of dinosaurs yelling, "Now!" or maybe "Charge!" or the Norwegian expression for "Chewy bonbon time." Suddenly and completely coincidentally, the three dinosaurs rushed through the front door. But they were too late. Goldilocks was gone, and all that was left in the house were three disappointed dinosaurs. The end. Thank you, Lakeville, for letting me read to you. I hope you liked the story as much as I did. Oh, wait. There's a moral. And the moral is, if you ever find yourself in the wrong story, go ahead and leave. You'll be happy to know that this book waits for you in our Lakeville library. Thank you.